Hi, District 98. It's Representative John Bradford. Just want to give you a quick video update of some of the things that I've been working on. We are well within the long legislative session. Today, in fact, I actually presented the House version of a tax package to the appropriation chairs. As a reminder, I am one of the senior chairs of finance, so part of my role is helping shape our state's fiscal policies, such as our taxes. And so today we presented that, so you'll see more about that ahead. All I'll share with you is I believe that hardworking people like you and families in North Carolina do a much better job at spending your money than government ever will do. And so I'm excited to say that eventually we'll continue to have more tax cuts to put more money back in your pockets. The other things that I'm working on, CMS had a request for some legislation that would allow nurses that don't have four-year degrees, but nurses actually can go to community college and get certificates and other ways. So we are working on expanding the ability for nurses that don't necessarily have four-year college degrees, but have other means of becoming certified nurses to be able to work into our schools. So that's a bill that CMS asked for, which will open up their ability to hire additional nurses. And so I'm working on that as we speak. Another bill that I worked on last session and this session was a hotel safety bill. This was a bill that was actually largely supported by police chiefs across the state. In fact, the Police Chiefs Association wanted it. And it's really to make sure we have, when guests are in hotels, that they're safe. Some of our most vulnerable populations stay in hotels for short-term stays, and sometimes they do turn into long-term stays. But while they're short-term, they're days 1 through 90. We want to make sure that if there's anyone there that's breaking the law, breaking the rules, that they can be removed by the police and not be subject to Chapter 42 tenant landlord laws because they're guests, they're transient occupants. So we've passed that bill out of the House and the Senate, and now by the time you watch this video, it may even go into law. And if for some reason our governor vetoes it, I have the support to override the veto. So we'll see how that goes. Another bill that I just passed yesterday on the House floor was to protect our most vulnerable children with disabilities who have IEPs in schools, to make sure that there's a continuity of care. If they have a nurse and they have a pre-existing nurse and they enroll in a school, then that school would absolutely have to allow their nurse to work with them versus the school choosing a different nurse. This is a pretty narrowly tailored bill, but it's incredibly important because these children with disabilities with IEPs, the continuity of care with their existing nurse is incredibly important. And while most schools have made exceptions to do this, we have had an instance or two where exceptions weren't granted, and so we want to put the child first. And so that bill has passed out of the House and will now be going to the Senate. So long story short, I'm hard at work here in Raleigh, working for all of you. It continues to be a pleasure and an honor to serve you. And if you need to reach me, you can go to the NCGA website and look up my office number. And if you find yourself in Raleigh, let me know. I would love to visit with you. And if we have time, even give you a tour of the chamber, the committee rooms, and perhaps even the Capitol. So thank you for your confidence. It's an honor to serve you.